welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, Colerain High School, the home of the Colerain Cardinals. I am Brian Wyatt, along with Brandon Wyatt, bring you some GMC football action. Tonight's contest, the Colerain Cardinals will be hosting GMC rivals, the Sycamore Aviators. Sycamores comes into here 2-1 overall. Kind of surprising, 2-0 in the GMC. Wins over Kings and Fairfield. They lost to Kings, they won to at Fairfield, and they won at Middletown, which is the only comparable game that they have with these Colerain Cardinals. Colerain struggling this year. There is 0-3. Colerain looking to bounce back, looking to find with this new offense here on Little Cards Night. Your Sycamore Aviators, they're going to be led by their quarterback, Seth Truder. He's a senior. Seth is thrown for 610 yards, only 48% completion, but don't let that fool you. This is a running team. They run behind a couple backs. Eugene Harvey has 359 yards from scrimmage this year. Also, Chase Terrell, he's got two. We're going to see two teams out of the spread. Yes, you heard that right. Colerain Cardinals no longer running the option from the wishbone triple option. You'll see some of it from the spread offense. You'll see from both of these teams. We are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty on the We Are Colerain end, so bear with us. Brandon will be joining us soon. But again, this is Little Cards Night, and what you're seeing there is the cards of today being greeted by the cards of tomorrow. It's always a big thing here, and I always like to watch it because I can remember when my son was on both sides. He was one of the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth graders there, all lined up, excited to see the star players that they see every Friday night, and then stuck around in the district long enough where he happened to be one of those players going down, introducing himself to the kids. So it's a big night and festive tradition here at Colerain High School. Colerain Cardinals, again, struggling to find this new offense. They showed a little bit in the second half last week. Got a little bit of little spark. Almost came back behind Lawrence Barnes, just a sophomore there at quarterback. Found a little bit of extra juice, too. They moved Greg Williams, a two-way player. Saw a little bit of Wildcat. So Colerain wants to run the ball. And here are your Colerain Cardinals. Colerain Cardinals will be in their home red with white pants, and the visiting Aviators along there, they'll be in the all-white green helmets. Aviators won the toss, but deferred to the second half. It's something Colerain Cardinals like to do themselves. So that means Colerain's going to start the ball with their own offense.
Available for you sold throughout the football game tonight. Located right next to the concession stand, and let you know that all the proceeds will be used to benefit the Colerain High School Marching Band. Donuts, $1 each, in cash only, please, while supplies last. Again, we'd like to invite you over to take some time to the concession stand. All the proceeds do benefit Colerain High School.
Just said earlier, these Colerain Cardinals have not won a game, but looking to bounce back at home tonight.
They haven't won a game, but this is also the first night in which they'll receive the opening kickoff.
Yeah. Have we won the toss every week?
We've won the toss every week and deferred. Has to be the first week.
So any little bit of switch up. Colerain's return team is going to take the field. That's going to be Ricardo Lofton, as well as Ryan O'Brien, back for the Colerain Cardinals.
Number 21, Ryan O'Brien.
Jaden Staley forms three players back there.
Nicholas Schnell kicking off for the Aviators. Little bit of wind tonight. Sun's not a factor.
Kicking off for the Aviators.
Perfect fall, almost fall-like feel to tonight's game. Sycamore will be kicking into the slight wind.
left-footed kick is away and will be fielded by Lofton right about the 1-2 yard line. He's got a head of steam and some space down the sideline. Can he get there? Cut off, but he gets close to the 30-yard line.
Yeah. Good return by Ricardo Lofton. Almost got it. One man to stop him, and he did. Taken down by Chase Terrell. See a lot of these just kind of glancing at the rosters. And I've seen a couple errors already for the roster we were given from the athletic director and the roster we have from the GMC website. So if we miss a name, but Sycamore seems to have a couple two-way players.
I mean, we're just going to say Chase Terrell, Eugene Harvey, pretty much over and over again. So Loris Barnes, the sophomore, starts his 4th game at quarterback for the Cardinals. He's going to take the opening handoff and hand it off up the middle. Not much room to run. Greg Williams might have lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, not much blocking. Both linebackers from the outside inside just kind of shot the gap, and there's going to be it will be a loss of 1.
So 2nd and 11.
We 2nd down and 11 on the 29.
Cardinals with a bunch to the left. That bunch right next to the line. We'll take it. Greg Williams is going to take a toss sweep to the outside. Breaks one tackle still on his feet. He's across the 40 and has a first down.
Good patient running. That little bunch formation was almost like having a couple extra tight ends right there. He gets the pitch to the outside, follows his block. It's in great patience. Good block up there. 55 leading the way. It's Elijah Washington from his offensive line. First down for the Colerain Cardinals out to their own 42.
Greg Williams' helmet or something came off, so he does have to take this play off. So he'll come out. Tristan Cornist in at running back. We'll stay with that bunch formation this time to the right. Barnes takes it. He's going to do a little toss sweep the other way. Cornist looking for some space. He's got it down the edge. He's going to get across midfield, and it's another Cardinal first down.
And just like the play to the left, he come to the right. Sycamore was really trying to plug up the middle of the field, and it really was not too many guys to block up there. Good seal block on the outside. Takes him into Sycamore territory down to the 44. But I was looking, all the linebackers were between the tackles. And if you're going to do that, you got to get somebody out. There's less guys to block for that bunch formation.
Somehow it's 1st and 9. There, the chains right there. It was 1st and 9 for a second there. They'll stay in this bunch formation. Barnes takes it. Little counter play, trying to find something different up the middle. Good penetration up front by the Sycamores. When you run those little counters, if the backside doesn't get a little bit of a chip to hold, let the hole develop, that's going to happen.
Yeah, the Sycamore nose tackle just kind of blew that up. Brandon, there's a name for you to pronounce, number 54 from Sycamore, Zion Seafamutufahala.
You totally didn't even try.
I wasn't even close, and I
Zion Zuanmatunafa.
Yeah, you were better.
At least I looked at the letters. You just started mumbling. Stay in this bunch formation, 2nd and 9. Greg Williams again will take the pitch to the outside, follow some blockers. Aviators this time.
Greg Williams
slow it down.
for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Sycamore's top 2 running backs are also playing linebacker right there. That was one of their leading running backs, Eugene Harvey, on the tackle. 3rd down and 9. I don't know if this is 2-down territory yet, but I think it all depends on if you can get 5 or 6 on this, the forced to make a decision.
15 on the play clock. We'll go trips spread out to the left this time.
No deep safety, just man up on this outside receiver.
Barnes takes the snap, looks to throw. He's got Greg Williams out of the backfield, but he is hit immediately by Nick Branham. So they try a little flare out of the backfield. They'll be about 2 yards short.
Yeah, this is decision time.
Probably more than 2, probably closer to 3 yards short.
4th down and 3 on the 36.
But if you turn this over, it's only on the 36-yard line.
And that's a play we've seen all year that kind of.
Colerain's going to go for it, but they're going to switch to switch quarterbacks here and see a little wildcat.
Yeah. Greg Williams going to go to the wildcat. 10 seconds on the play clock. Snap. Goes one way, cuts back. He's going to be pretty
very close.
Looks like he's going to have it.
Looking to see, yeah. Always look to see which team is celebrating. You've got both teams both in this direction, but this time the celebration looks to be for the Sycamore Aviators. Without a measurement, they're not.
I think Greg Williams might have fumbled it at the end.
And before they moved the change, they want a coach from Colerain and wants a measurement.
Because they're not going to get. I don't know if he fumbled there at the end, because it looked like the line to gain, the marker went past the first down line.
We'll see if the ball might have come out. I don't think the ball ever touched. Yes, the Sycamore Aviator does come up with it.
Yeah,
that ball popped out in the pile.
It was a fumble, so that's why Greg Williams,
had the ball stripped from him when he kind of spun around.
So they did have enough for the first down, but they fumble on fourth down. Give it. And I think Coach Huber's just going to get that explanation.
Yeah, he wants an explanation. I don't think he, from his angle, really without that replay, we wouldn't have been able to see that. I mean, there was a massive humanity there in the middle.
I'd like to take this moment out to thank one of our new corporate sponsors. That would be Rumpke. Also our friends at Game On, located in the White Oak Shopping Center.
So as he gets turned around, I think the question is he down? But there's no replay. Let this roll. And if you look to the left at the bottom of the pile, there is the football with the Sycamore Aviator right by the ref's leg. Now, where did he take possession of it? Not really sure. And the ball comes out even before he starts going to the ground. Great work by volunteers from Waycross Community Media.
For this new school year, all you have to do is visit our website at ColerainAlumni.com.
So Colerain gets some positives there on offense, but then turn it over.
Extracurricular programs here at Colerain, including all the sports teams, show cards, drama, and the marching.
So here's Seth Truder, the Sycamore Aviators for their first drive. Eugene Harvey in the backfield.
This is the #1 offense in the GMC.
Straight dive to left. They're going to pick up about 3 on this first down.
They have the most points, the most rushing yards, and the most passing yards.
Averaging just under 20 points a ball game.
Which tells you there's not a lot of offense in the GMC this year.
Down and 7 on the 36.
Little counter and
nothing. And I believe there's going to be a flag on the play.
Eugene Harney on the carry for Sycamore.
William jumps up from the pile and he points to the referee that I was held, and the referee points to the ground. Yeah, there's a flag there, young man.
Holding on Sycamore.
So that is a spot foul.
Behind the line of scrimmage, you'll take that.
So that'll take it all the way back to about the 25-yard line.
Just past the 25.
Second down and 16.
Quick pitch outside. Eugene Harney. Cardinals limited it. Interesting there, especially against the leading passing team in the GMC.
Eugene Harney on the carry for the A's.
That's barely over 200 yards in this season. Not a passing conference, but still going to cover 0 there. We'll see if they stick with that here on 3rd and long. We saw that week that against LaSalle, they went cover 0 and got burnt right before and gave up a long play that set up a touchdown.
Yeah, but the Sycamore's pretty balanced. 600 yards in the air, 500 on the ground. Not much of a difference.
So 3rd and long. Schroeder sets up. He's got a long time to throw. He's going to settle for the flat. And
pass for Sycamore, number 3, Drew Datillo.
So that ball was thrown underneath, and it's not even back to the original line of scrimmage. There is a flag on the play. So do you take the outcome of the play, or are you going to take a spot foul and move them farther back?
No, you decline it and take the down. It's still going to be 4th and 10. Indication is a legal man downfield on the Aviators.
Ineligible man downfield is the penalty.
It is going to be declined. Colerain stops him on a 3 and out. Here comes the punt team.
Back to receive for the Cardinals, number 6, Jaden Staley.
Levi Simpson.
It's a little change up here. Jaden Staley back to return. We had seen Cameron Evans the first couple weeks return kicks. Kicks away. It's going to go odd little bounce. Staley lets it go. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a good flip of the field by the Aviators. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Colerain at their own 20-yard line exactly.
Yeah, as we've seen a lot in the high school level, you don't need that big boomer putter. It's more directional, kicking it away and looking for that bounce, and he definitely got it right there. Colerain put two receivers back to return that, and he still got it outside him. Colerain receiver did a great job. If you're not going to catch that clean, just kind of get away. You look for that
if you know he's
hop.
a rugby-style right footer, you should be shading over that direction. So Cardinals take over, 6:02 to play here in the first quarter.
Again, thank you for your support.
Sycamore goes 3 and out after the Cardinals turned it over on downs after a good starting drive, but couldn't finish.
There's that bunch formation to the right again.
See it kicked out. Cornice makes one man miss. Can't get the second wave.
Yeah, this time the Colerain bunch formation does not get the block. Linebackers kind of slice through.
We had it good on the outside edge. He had that where he wanted to go, but if it's that backside that didn't hold it.
Sir Ross for Sycamore. 2nd down and 11.
Sir Ross
the
with
19.
the tackle, the middle
So
linebacker.
we haven't seen a passing attempt from the Colerain Cardinals yet.
2nd and 11. Look, quick out. Pass out. Ryan O'Brien hit and nowhere to
Pass for
go.
the Cardinals.
Yeah, Colerain just
Ryan
struggling to
O'Brien.
find an identity. That's one of their mainstays, just that quick out there to get to your athletes in space. But
Brought down by A's number 20, Chase
I think a lot of
Terrell.
teams have seen that already and kind of anticipating. Chase Terrell makes a great play.
The first time we saw Corey Myrick and Greg Williams last week play offense. This is the first time we're seeing the other outside linebacker, Cooper Krieg. I think you bring the bigger guy out there to get some blocking, but it didn't really make a difference there. 3rd and 14 for the Cardinals, and they take a timeout.
I'd like to take a moment out to
Yeah.
thank our friends at
Looked like that
Rehabilitation.
timeout
They're
came from the
physical
quarterback.
therapy and athletic training.
I'm not
Also,
sure if
the
he just
exclusive
didn't understand the
athletic
play
training
or
and physical therapy
didn't agree with the play, but either way, you got to make a good decision.
Located in the 27 area, high schools, middle schools,
Been going
colleges,
backwards.
and
It's going to be
professional
3rd down
teams.
and 14.
From football players to soccer moms and from weekend warriors to working professionals, injuries do happen. And when they do, let our friends at NovaCare's team of professionals get you back in action. For more information, all you have to do is go
Sycamore
online and
has
visit our website.
given up some
That's
points in
www.
double digits in every single one of their games, so they can be scored
Again,
upon.
thanks to NovaCare for their support of varsity football here at Colerain High School.
Yeah, I mean, last week Middletown was the first team not to score 20 plus points on it. 4th down, Barnes takes it, and
A flag on the play.
Looks like Sycamore's
offsides
good.
on
Yeah.
Sycamore, so it'll get 5 back.
Offside on the Aviators. A 5-yard penalty.
Cardinals makes it 3rd
Third down
and
and
9
9
with
on
the
the
Sycamore
21.
penalty. The only thing is you ran your routes, so if the Sycamore defensive coordinator is paying attention, he knows what play you wanted to run.
Well, it looks like Sycamore's just going to line up in a man.
And bring the house defense in. That's the good call with the young quarterback
If they're not going to block that weak side, he
he
showed early too.
What
You just got to recognize
You got a
it.
young quarterback with a team that already struggles to protect him. They just brought more than there was there. He wasn't necessarily. They went straight cover, and we talked about possibly the Cardinals doing it on defensively. That's what Sycamore did there. They went cover 0 and said, we're just going to bring everyone that's not man-to-man. Barnes doesn't make the decision quick enough, and that's the goal of that defense. Cooper Creek punts away. It's a high.
Good kick.
Bounce, but not quite the angle.
Gio Garrett was back to receive for the Aviators.
He keeps that in the field. That ball's still bouncing. He had a good one. It's not a bad outcome of the kick, though. It's going to take it all the way into Sycamore territory.
4:06 to play in the first quarter.
So Sycamore's going to come out with their second possession. That's on their own 45.
Went 4 and out because they had an extra penalty play because of a penalty. Let's try again. Handoff Eugene Hardy.
Eugene Hardy on the carry for Sycamore.
Does a good job, made contact right there. Brandon Smith
Taken down by Cardinals, number
hit him
42,
at the line of scrimmage,
Brandon
maybe a 1 yard, 2 yard gain. He spins off. He's going to pick up 4 on the play.
Hardy is
It'll be second
literally.
down and 6 on the
It's Cooper
49.
Craig also on the tackle.
Said Schroeder's the leading passer in the GMC. Harney's the leading runner. Garrett's the leading receiver. Play action rolls, gets his man, and that was just a throwaway, I think, from Schroeder.
Yeah, he looked over to the right, the quick out. Greg Williams, I believe. Is that Williams? No, that was Corey Myrick on the coverage. If he throws it anywhere near that receiver, Myrick had already cut that
I
off.
think they really want, and we've seen it exploited where that on every level, not just against the Colerain, but especially Colerain early in the season. You run that play action, that guy comes out in the flat and he's been wide open, and that's, I think, the initial place where he wanted to go.
Yeah, that motion man, the running back out of the backfield is tough to cover. So third down and 6.
Handoff up the middle and nowhere to go on the little counter. Going to be maybe 1 yard for Harney.
Eugene Hardy on the carry.
Interesting spot here at midfield. This is almost perfect. You have 4th and 5 from midfield. Like, it doesn't get any more perfectly split.
It's about
no.
five,
The nose of the ball is at the 50
But I'm
yard.
looking at the flags. You're about 4 to 5 inches.
But it's almost
past.
perfect.
Yes,
They
almost.
will line up
Number 5
for the
Levi
punt.
Simpson.
This is possibly the best situation ever for a fake
Back
punt.
to receive for the
Just for the
Cardinals,
symmetry
Corey
part.
Myrick and Jaden Staley.
Symmetry.
So Corey again with 2 guys back. Play clock's running down.
Yeah,
Sycamore's going to have to call timeout.
The punter, Levi Simpson, kind of looks
Timeout,
into the
Sycamore.
sidelines and was trying to.
If they saw something, they were going to go for it.
Yeah, he is the backup quarterback, or at least that's what he's listed as here.
Listed as a backup quarterback. Good size kid. He's a junior, listed at 6'3", 180. Colerain has kind of switched things up, putting 1 return man back now.
Myrick's kind of playing almost like his normal safety position rather than back deep. And they will kick it away. Staley takes it and breaks the initial tackle. He's got a little bit of space. Going to get across the 25. The Cardinals, decent little return, and they'll take over at their own 28-yard line.
Battle of punters right now. It's all about field position until somebody makes the big play. So far now, the most significant person on the field has been the referees. Lots of penalties so far.
Most of them on Sycamore. Actually, all of them on Sycamore. everything you would say coming into this game so far. We've played less than a quarter. But Colerain's the one who's actually moved the ball offensively, the team that's not been penalized at all. But the one turnover is the difference right now. Cut off a Cardinal first down. Cooper Krieg with Greg Williams in the backfield. Stacked formation. Handoff, Williams finding space up the middle. About 4, maybe 5, depending on the spot.
You noticed earlier, Cooper Krieg, the underclassman, normally playing a little bit of an outside linebacker, is almost an H-back extra tight end right here.
That's one of the ththings he's still, you can see him in a knee brace on the sidelines. The Ilya Grigorov was the expected tight end, the guy playing that role, but he's not been in these first couple weeks. So Barnes takes it, looks, and picked off other way. Easy 6 points for Trey Meadows.
Yeah, James Johnson reads that one right away. It's a Colerain go-to play. We've seen it every time. It was stopped for a loss last time. This time they go to the right, that quick out. The defender was there even before he threw it.
Meadows just stepped right in front of it, nowhere in front.
That's just good scouting by the Sycamore defensive coaches. So the first score is not by the offense, it's by a defense. So Datillo's going to come in for the extra point for the Aviators.
Datillo is the holder. Snap is back. Kick is blocked, but just got enough over.
That's about as ugly as the kick. They have a good out coming up. That ball bounced, and a good play by the holder. Didn't come off. Colerain actually got a hand on it, and it still went through. So 149 in this first quarter.
Just about as minimal as possible.
Later tonight after the game, if you'll be creative in a great burger or you like some tasty wings.
Yeah, Colerain runs that quick out, and he almost taken too long to get that ball out of his hands.
Well, and he didn't look either. He took a little bit, that extra little step, and he just threw it right away. He didn't look, which is fine if you take that and get it much more quickly out, because that's kind of the design of the play. But
But again, sophomore in his first year starting, forced into starting because of a situation with your #1 quarterback, so he's still finding himself.
Our boosters of the Silver Cardinal Level Doors, and we thank them for their support. Back to receive for the Cardinals, Greg Williams and Ricardo Lofton.
Lofton, Staley, is that 21?
Bryant.
Also
Bryant, back for the Colerain Cardinals.
Drew Datillo will be kicking off for Sycamore.
Got a pretty decent return on the first one at the start of the game.
The PA thinks Datillo's kicking. He had to correct himself. It's Schnell kicking. Left footer is going to be short. It's going to be Ryan O'Brien taking it. Up back, trying to find some space. He does, gets it across the 30. That last line of defense makes the tackle. Cardinals take over just short of their own 35.
That's a big return. He took it right up the middle. Stopped by the kicker.
Taken down by Ames, number 33, Elijah Hill.
Colerain decent field position, 142 up to play in the first quarter.
It's a really nice hit by 54.
Not a bad form tackle by the kicker.
Lando Rowland, the sophomore linebacker. As Barnes comes out, takes the snap, back to that bunch formation. They're going to go play action. He's going to look deep. He's got a man if he hits him. And he just throws it short.
Thinking too much right there, young. He saw such a wide open receiver there. It was a perfect play call, and he just tries to aim the ball.
Honestly, almost every receiver was open.
He had his choice of all of them and just
He
kind of
probably picked the
underthrow.
the easiest throw was that one.
Yep.
He just missed it.
Well, they say the toughest throw to make is the one with the guy with the that wide open.
But by the time he threw it, the guy that was open to the flat was no longer open to the flat, and the guy open to the post was no longer open. Quasi receivers. Handoff Cornice up the middle. And again, Cardinals having no room to run up the middle right now.
Tristan Cornice on the carry for Colerain. Taken down by number 54.
Third down and 11.
Zion S. for the A's.
1:15 to play in the quarter.
Third down and 11, ball on the 33.
Cardinals bunch formation, either side, or tight formation. Throw off down. Ryan O'Brien is gonna take it, but he's got not enough space to get to the first down. Will be about 5 yards short. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, the young quarterback shows a little bit of hesitation. He had good time this time. He checks down and hits the open man, but didn't want to take the chance downfield.
That's exactly what the defense is set up to do. Give up, protect the line to gain.
They have 12 guys.
Back to kick for Colerain.
Yeah. Sycamore's coach saw what I did. They had a little personnel issue. They had 12 men on the field, but they didn't snap the ball, so this is going to be breaking the huddle with 12, which might give Colerain the close enough. Was it giving them up for the first down?
I don't think it's enough for, well,
it
would be enough for the first down, depending. Are they going to let them have the timeout?
But they broke the huddle with 12.
It doesn't matter. They're on defense, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to give them the timeout.
Timeout, Sycamore.
It's the defense. They don't huddle.
Well, if you're thinking maybe about buying or selling a home, we'd invite you to contact the Shutt Group of
Sycamore
Realtors.
is awarded the timeout.
So
So it's going to be still fourth down and 6. Colerain punting unit will
If
stay on.
Colerain would have snapped it, they had something there, but they didn't
Colerain
snap it.
Boosters Gold sponsors our friends at Shutt Group of Star One Realtors. Again, we appreciate them and their support of varsity football here at Colerain High School.
So again, almost a perfect night. Fall football, slight breeze, mild temperatures.
I
don't know what the argument is Coach Huber's making. They called timeout. There is no illegal substitution on the defense unless he doesn't come out, and they didn't do any sort of. The only reason you can make this is you do have the situations where they have to allow the other team the defense to sub if your offense makes a substitution.
Is that a high school rule? Is that just a college or in pro rule? I don't know. We don't see that too often with teams that rush up and run as many plays as possible. But whatever it is, snap is back, kick is off. No return and got a decent bounce.
Yep.
Back to receive for the A's, number 22, Gio Garrett. The ball kicked out of bounds. No return. It'll be 1st and 10, Sycamore.
So a little bit of, after no flag thrown on that one, but there was a pretty heavy hit behind the play. Both the Sycamore linebacker and a Colerain linebacker kind of hit each other. Had nothing to do with the play. The ball was almost out of bounds. I like the way the referee handled that. He just looked at both of them and said, don't do that again.
So Sycamore will get probably one more play here before the end of the first quarter. They have no first downs, but they still lead off of that one defensive touchdown.
Starting the deepest they've had, throwing 25.
Empty backfield shooter. And it looks like he's going to go deep. That ball is caught in bounds for a short gain.
Yeah, just a quick out. A lot of contact there. Gio Garrett.
It almost looked like that ball was tipped.
And that's the end of the first
Wasn't
quarter.
pretty, but it got to it, and it was effective. They gained 6 yards on that play.
Sycamore 7, Colerain nothing.
So after a one-quarter play here at Colerain High School, Sycamore, 0 first downs, but 7 points. They lead the Cardinals 7-0, capitalizing on 2 Cardinal turnovers.
Cincinnati, Ohio Police Federal Credit Union.
That one, the pick six a big, but I think the other one was almost more important because Colerain was driving and it established a first down.
Colerain was driving the length of the field on their opening possession, about just short of the red zone. I mean, they probably gained 50, 60 yards already on that opening drive, and everyone thought, well, Greg Williams clearly got the first down, but he lost the ball on the way down. Give credit really to, I think it was 33, Elijah Hill. It almost seemed like, I don't know if he fumbled it as much as he kind of took it from them as they were falling.
Yeah, it was kind of it popped out a little bit, and then it kind of almost turned into a strip.
Where Greg Williams is fighting for all those extra yards, but in doing so, he's on top of bodies, and it gives the other defender a chance to rip it away. So 2nd and 4 for the Aves. They're going to go to the Wildcat formation here with Garrett and Harney. I don't know which one's lined at quarterback and which one's lined up at.
In fact, normally you see the Wildcat usually as their big back. They're both kind of smaller young men.
A little bit of a bobble on the snap.
Threw timing off, kind of helped the Colerain Cardinals. He pops out of there, but
I don't know which Harney was there. It's maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half yard. So still 4 to go. Now 3rd down. The Aviators.
Brought down by Cardinals, number 42, Brandon Smith. 3rd down and 3, ball on 32.
So they're going to bring out their regular quarterback.
Well, he was out there. He was lined out wide.
Just lined out wide. This could be 3rd down and a long 3. He's got to get just outside the 35.
Spread it out here. Shooter takes it. They set up screen to Harney, and this is going to come back.
It's going to
At least one holding was called Sycamore. Good job there by Lawrence Young, the corner. He's going to maybe hit Harney. Harney's probably got enough for the first down, but he doesn't get a full tackle on him because he's grabbed basically by the shoulder pads from behind.
Yeah, this is huge because I think the one's going to be a spot foul from behind the line of scrimmage. Offensive lineman on the screen, you want to get out of the way a little bit, but it's almost an Olay block. There's no reason. And
I think the second flag might just be the referee throwing a flag, recognizing the other flag. I don't think that's the official spot of the holding.
Nope. He threw it on 58 for that downfield block on the wide receiver. So there are 2 holdings on the play.
I know, but by that spot, that flag would be only 2 yards back. So.
Yeah.
3rd down and 13.
Spot foul downfield.
It's going to make it 3rd down and 12.
Really interesting to go with a screen pass on 3rd and short there for the Aves. It worked.
It worked. It was there.
Shooter back. He's got plenty of time and a little miscommunication there. His receiver stopped at about a 15-yard comeback. The quarterback threw it deep.
Yeah, but he also threw it about 8 yards out of bounds. Even if he runs the right pattern, that ball, he had no chance on that one.
So Aviators again.
Still no first down.
Still no first down.
Punting for the A's will be number 5, Levi Simpson.
Simpson going to kick for the Aviators.
Jaden
Staley, just one return man. Back for the Colerain Cardinals. We've seen some low line drive kicks here.
And again, Staley's going to pick it up off the bounce, try to find something. Not much to go.
I tell you what, one of the Colerain Cardinals almost blocked that punt and was tackled. We might have another holding. And again, our chain crew is moving before the play. Don't. Yeah.
Coach Huber, you just saw the point. Just push it back.
Yeah, there was an obvious hold right in front of the punter. He didn't throw the flag right away. I mean, I saw it and was going to complain about it, but, I complain about a lot of things that don't exist, but that one existed. So, and backed by the punter, that's a spot foul from that. That's going to
Yeah, he's going to be punting probably from near his own end zone now. Cardinals have a chance. They're probably going to get more than 10 yards out of this.
Spotted on the 13.
Yeah, all the way back to the 13.
I don't know why you don't have Jaden Stanley just on the left hash. Because off the right foot, that's where it's going. He hasn't put it there.
The coach has just moved him over.
Levi Simpson back to kick.
Simpson. And he shanked it, so this penalty is going to be huge. Cardinals are going to get not just 10, but maybe 30 yards out of this penalty. They were going to take over at their own 30. Now they're taking over at the Sycamore 35.
Well,
So 19 plus 15 is maths. 34
34
yards difference. And honestly, I think they could have got a penalty for offsides. I thought the guy on the outside Sycamore jumped, but I'll take the results of the shake and decline it if that was the option. So Cardinal lofted to the side of Barnes here, looking at trips to the right. Snap is back. And they're going to go one-on-one deep and dropped. Terrell Burton.
Oh, they had the matchup they wanted. 5'8". And how big is Burton? Burton, listen, he had 6'4" against 5'8". They had the matchup they wanted. Got a little bit of separation. Great shot there by guys from Waycross. Kind of goes the opposite shoulder. It would have been a tough catch, but it hit both hands. Got to make that play. But that's a good matchup that I'd go back to, even if he's well covered, if that ball's up in the air.
Sophomore to sophomore.
They roll a safety over this time a little bit, give that defense back a little bit of help.
Set up screen. Ricardo
He's got
Lofton
blocked.
underneath.
Oh,
Maybe
that
he
to the
goes
inside.
Yeah, maybe if he goes to the inside, he's got a lot more.
You want to use that sideline as the extra defender right there. But yeah, if he reads that inside, he might have got a few more, but it makes it a little bit more manageable to 3rd and 3, probably 2 down territory.
They're going to go Wildcat with Greg Williams as the quarterback. 3rd and 3. God, this would be a really good place for Greg Williams to run it or throw it. Takes a snap. He's just going to go one way, and Sycamore jumped it. And it looks like they jumped that snap count there.
And perfect anticipation there by number 99. Not sure who was supposed to block him, but Jabbar unblocked up the middle, almost got there before the ball did.
Taking an awful long time. You would think now on 4th down, you're either sending the punt team out or putting your regular offense out there. Coach Huber's going to take a timeout instead.
Timeout, Cardinals.
Now, I think that was just an error. Looking at the replay, I think someone just missed.
Somebody missed a wrong assignment right there because he was untouched. Looked like that. I don't know if it was a bad snap that took him to the right, but everybody was blocking left, so the right went unblocked.
No, he was going right. That's where everyone was pulling.
Hopefully you might be the winner. Again, that's split the pot. We're going to be going at halftime. Make sure to purchase something.
Someone stepped left to block, or someone didn't block back. Someone that when everyone's rolling, they have a pulley like that. Someone's got to step back and make sure that one guy doesn't come free, especially play side. So 4th down. Cardinals trying to take advantage of this short field. Send their regular offense out on the field. They've had really good opportunities, but haven't taken advantage of it.
I almost look for that same matchup they had earlier, sophomore and sophomore on the outside.
Tight formation, 2 receivers to either side of Barnes. Takes it, drops back, looks under pressure. Barnes breaks one tackle still on his feet, and a good tackle in open field
17,
by Hardy.
the goalkeeper for Colerain, Lawrence Barnes.
He had a little bit of time. The one thing you didn't want him to do is take a sack there. An interception does not help you.
It doesn't hurt you, really.
All right, that's what I meant. Does not hurt you. Does a good job when the pocket collapses, but an even better job by the Sycamore Aviator defense coming up and limiting. So they only got 4 yards after getting great field position. Colerain defense needs to step up again.
Schroeder hands off Harney, trying to find some space. Gets through the first tackle. Still on his feet. Still going. Still going.
Eugene Harney on the carry.
It's about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
He's listed at 5'7", 160, but great center of balance. He's hit several times here by the Colerain Cardinals. Arm tackle is not going to take him down. Just kind of bounces off, keeps working outside.
It's 5'6", 165. He's the leading rusher in the GMC somehow. And that was a demonstration of such right there.
5 on the 37.
No running back in the backfield this time. 5 wide receivers.
Schroeder steps back, sets up screen. He's got Harney with some space. First down, Aviators into Sycamore territory. He almost anticipated that. They went spread it out. And they would throw short.
When they put the running back on the outside and run him underneath everybody. Scoring Cardinal a little bit slow.
Timeout on the field.
Jaden Stevens still on the field.
I believe that was Sycamore's first down of the series right now. You would think with 8:11 to play in half, and you'd allow the team to get their first down, you'd have a different score than being down 7-0. But the only play right now is by the Sycamore defense, the pick 6, the difference of the game right now. So the Colerain player is up, walking off under his own power, but pretty much decided he's definitely limping right there.
Take the time to remind you can reach us live in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com, the email address. Gene out as he always does. Thanks to Lenny Lopez for listening from Corona, California. So first down Aviators for the first time. Harney gets it, slides through. He's got about 4 more yards. Heck, he's got 5 with that spot. He just disappears.
Good block on the inside. They bring kind of their H-back tight end, Nicholas Branham, laying 2 ways as a linebacker, almost as a fullback right there, leading the way. Back to the Wildcat formation.
Yeah, big run, still going is
another
Harney.
Flag on the play, though.
There is another flag.
On the tackle for the Cardinals.
On the tackle for number. But there wasn't also a tackle by the offensive lineman that cleared that way.
I mean, you look at him, a kid
Holding Sycamore.
that small, you
Well,
don't expect it, but he's making people miss.
Colerain's all-time leading rusher, Tyler Williams, was about the same size. Now, he doesn't have Tyler's start and stop. Not too many people do, but it is. Well,
It's not like he's. Tyler Williams still kind of had like the build. He almost looks like a small H-back rather than a small scat back, but he's getting it done. Empty backfield, quick throw, screen underneath again. Harney's going to take it and keep it feet going and get a first down.
But sometimes when you're a football player, you're a football player.
Exactly.
Call time by Cardinals, number 20.
And they go back to that tunnel screen again, which has been successful twice.
Call time by number 42.
All the way down to the Colerain 30-yard line.
6:50 to play.
First and 10.
First half.
30 for the A's.
Left tackle's pretty far downfield on that screen.
That's a line of scrimmage. It's fine.
Take up a lot of the play clock, down to 8 seconds.
Takes it. A little screw up there in the backfield. Hardy went one way, Truder went the other.
On the tackle for Colerain, number 9.
Yeah, he turned around to hand it to the running back, and he wasn't nowhere to be found.
Second down and 10.
So Colerain's been doing decent on first down. As these second down plays, they found this tunnel screen a couple different times on second down and long in this drive.
They'll spread it out again, empty. Shooter looks up the middle on a quarterback draw, and he's close to a first down. And he does have a first down.
Decent play call right there. They showed the bubble screen, and he pump faked that way, but it's just a quarterback draw following his pulling guard. Doesn't make much of a block, but does enough to get in the way.
That is the long on the season run for a first down for Truder. He has just enough rushing yards to let you know that he's been sacked just enough to cover up a few positive teams. So first down in the red zone from the 20-yard line for the A's. Handoff, Hardy up the middle, and he is stuffed but still on his feet.
On the carry for Sycamore, number 25, Eugene Hardy.
And they let him go.
And there's a flag coming behind the play. I don't know if they're going to call an offensive assist.
I don't think there's such rule anymore.
The offensive line.
I didn't think that was a rule anymore.
I guess it still is. Yeah, the offensive tackle grabbed the running back and pulled him along. You don't see that called that often. But that pile is there, and then it shows right here.
I get that, but then what's the penalty?
An illegal assist?
No. I get that. I'm sorry. What's the penalty enforcement? Because it's now first down from the original spot. Unless they're saying
10 yards from the spot of the foul, or 5 yards from the spot of the foul.
Guess, okay, I don't. Shooter takes it, looks, throwing deep in the end zone, and caught for a touchdown, Gio Garrett.
Yeah, their leading receiver, they just got him one-on-one. No flags on the play on that one. Wait, there is a flag on the play.
It's on the Cardinals.
So the flag is, they're calling it a pass interference on the defense. It's going to be declined. The catch will be good.
For the extra point for the A's holding, number 3, Drew Cotillo.
Just got inside position on the Colerain defender.
Nicholas Snell.
Garrett, the leading receiver in the GMC, has a touchdown now, and every single game his extra point is up. With 4:38 to play in the half, it's the A's 14, the Cardinals 0.
Longest sustained drive there by either team. Sycamore mixes the run and pass, a couple screen passes, and just the fade right there at the end zone.
The doctors of UC Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide award-winning care in order to keep the Cardinals at the top of their game.
Colerain's going to have 4:38.
Just one timeout here.
And treat all of orthopedic, spine, hand, joint, trauma, and sports medicine conditions. You can find out more at the website at uchealth.com and experience why we see the power of rehabilitative care every day here at Colerain High School. Again, thanks to UC Health for their support of boys varsity football.
Most important thing here, though, is to just get the first first down, and then work it from there.
Or just score on this kickoff.
We do that too. They've got some good returns.
Yeah, they've been out to the 35. decent returns. Kicker doesn't get a lot of height or a lot of depth. Last time he was stopped by the kicker.
Schnell kicks it deep. Lofton will take it right inside his own 5, trying to find some space. He makes the initial wave miss. He's going to go race to the sideline. Can he get to it again? It's a good return. But that 12th man really makes the difference to the sideline. Cuts him off.
Yeah, Sycamore does a great job staying in their lane, left somebody there, so he did get the corner, but there was somebody waiting on him. And again, Colerain starting about just at their 35.
And at the high school level especially, there are some special teams coaches that's kind of their scheme. Yeah, we'll let you have a decent return here, but we have the coverage team set up that you're pushed one way or the other. So
I'll agree. Anywhere between the 20 and 35 sets your defensive up. That's why you see like a little pooch kick, so there's little pop-up kicks. They want to keep them within 5 yards of the 30, give or take.
Cardinals spread way wide. Handoff, middle, up the middle. Greg Williams is going to get about 5, maybe 6 on the carry.
Greg Williams, the ball carrier for Colerain.
Nothing fancy, just a push right up the middle. He goes through one tackler.
2nd down and 5, ball on the 40.
Takes it, hands it off again. Greg Williams breaks one tackle, can't break this. Well, he does break the second. It'll be about a yard short of the first down.
On the tackle for the A's, number 20.
Williams is shown to be their playmaker, but he's not one of those breakaway speed guys. He has some speed and he has some power. It's yards after contact right there and sure effort that makes this a 3rd down and 1.
Cardinals go to the Wildcat with Williams. Makes the snap. Delay, and he's got a hole, and he bursts through. And there's that breakaway speed. Greg Williams gives the Cardinals 6.
Didn't need a lot of breakaway speed with that kind of hole. Colerain brings in a couple linebackers. They go the big package, and he just went to that. I almost could have ran through that hole. Greg Williams takes it the distance for a Colerain offensive touchdown.
Sycamore clearly sells out the shot, stop it short, and once Williams has that hesitation to find the hole, there is no one back deep.
I didn't get a number. There was a lineman down the field. It might have been the tight end, and it got the last safety that cleared that block.
McAfee set to kick the extra point. Snap is low, but recovered. And McAfee puts it through, so the Cardinals get on the board with 2:59 to play in the half. The Cardinals make it 7 for them. Aviators still with the lead with 14.
60. Was that Ornella down the field? Was that 69 or was that 65?
From around the tri-state area. Princeton 14, Mason 0 in the second
Yeah, that was
quarter.
Ornella, 69. Makes the big block down the field. I'm sorry, that's Dustin Walker.
And finally, Fairfield 14 to Totally 7 in the second quarter.
It's a very young Colerain team looking to find an identity and confidence. Hopefully that play, you see a little bit more swagger on the sidelines. Maybe this wakes this team up. We saw it in the second half last week. This time they've done it in the second quarter. Got 2 more quarters to play. Sycamore did show good, very well, the long sustained drive, so the defense has got to step up, but this defense got a little bit of a rest right there.
Luke McAfee kicking off for Colerain.
McAfee to kick off. It's going to be a squibber up the middle. Harney takes it, picks it up, and still somehow gets out of a pile. You're going to get it just across the 30 to 33.
It's at low pad level. We're listed at 5'6", but he ducks down, so a lot of the arm tackles, he's going right underneath him.
For him is he doesn't leave the field either.
No, he's played, that's what I said, their top two running backs, him and Terrell, both play linebacker.
And I think Gio Garrett plays both ways as well. So it used to be very rare in high school football. Now I think it's just become a reality.
Well, you look at Sycamore's bench, it's not for a lack of numbers.
Sycamore is the smallest school in Division I. Colerain's getting closer to them year by year, but it is, and they have always been that way. Schroeder goes deep, looking one-on-one.
He pick it off. Oh, it came out of there.
Comes away.
Great recovery. It looked like the wide receiver had that ball right away. Gio, who was that on coverage here? Couldn't get
Young.
a 7.
Lawrence Young.
Yep.
I just said Lawrence Young. Coverage. But Sycamore kind of sits at that spot where, unfortunately, Division I in Ohio is where they're probably in most states where they're just that cutoff is always right there at it, but they're never going to go down. Harney takes the jet sweep, breaks the first tackle, and again, he just makes people miss. He's going to get about 6, maybe 7, depending on the spot.
Number 2, Corey Myrick.
I mean, he's hit twice in the backfield. Third, I mean, it just keeps going.
He's just slippery. You can't really get a solid hit on him. Third down and manageable. They need about 3 yards.
They can start to pick up the pace of their offense if they can get a first down. They'll have 1 timeout, just over 2 minutes to play and a half. Handoff, Harney, he's got the hole. Still on his feet. He's got it right at midfield.
The ball carrier for the A's, number 25, Eugene Harney.
Yeah, they just went hat on hat on the offensive line. They're going no huddle.
Number 2, Corey Myrick.
Just under 2 minutes.
Every Colerain defender blocked on that play.
And
That ball's loose!
Ball carrier for Corey.
And the Cardinals have it. Cooper Creek with the recovery. There was so much wrong with that play from everyone.
Well, it's a rush and it's good read from the outside. He's kind of hit as he runs into his own
Mike
offensive
Williams,
line.
I almost thought might have been offsides because he was a late substitution caught in the hurry up. The referees should have let a substitution happen. They didn't. So Greg Williams gets in the backfield right away. I don't even know if Sycamore was set, trying to go so fast. Didn't get a good look to see. You can't really, from the angles, see inside where he lost it, if he was actually down or not, but they're going to give the Cardinals the ball in Aviator territory with 1:50 to play in the half and 1 timeout to work with. Really can't go to that back to that Wildcat here, you wouldn't think. Under 2 minutes.
Be a good time to go to it and have him throw the ball.
Well, yeah, but then it's super obs. Yes. I don't know why I said super obs, but
They've got Myrick in at wide receiver, a good matchup on the far outside.
handoff, Cornice. Try to just get something going on first down. Interesting.
Justin Cornice on the carry for the Cardinals. Taken down by A's number 99, Jahad Jabbar.
Just showing a little bit of something, keeping those linebackers
Second down
honest.
and 9, ball on the 47.
Taking their time. Takes it. Looks back. Ryan O'Brien. Can't escape it. That wasn't the initial read. That was just kind of the outlet pass, and Sycamore defends it well.
They got him one-on-one like they wanted to. Just a better play by the Sycamore defender.
I think I wanted to go deep to Burton. It looked like they were double teaming.
Third down and 11 on the 50.
So under a minute. Cardinals probably good here to take the time because you don't want to give Sycamore the ball with too much time. Barnes looks, steps up, and he gets sacked.
Goalkeeper for Colerain,
Timeout Sycamore.
Lois Barnes. Brought down by
And
Sycamore
that's
number
one where it's
99,
probably a
timeout
mistake
for
the way
Barnes.
Barnes had it. He probably could have thrown it away.
Timeout,
Probably
Sycamore.
could have probably if he was looking, found the receiver, but you know
It's
what?
a good coaching moment. I mean, he's had time, but not a lot of time to make the second and third read. Take that out of his hands at that point. It's a timing round. It's a two-step bang and just throw it on timing.
But also there, you know what? That's the way he's coached. You know what? I'd rather you take the sack than throw an interception, go chance of going the other way. Of course, in that case, I'd have it set up, just throw a deep pass.
Well, that's what I mean. Don't
An arm punt, if you will, but
Yeah.
it looked like Cooper Creek had come open, but then again, you're in a scramble situation. You don't really know where he's exactly looking. So 34 seconds. Sycamore uses their last timeout.
They still got the offense on the field?
No.
No. Okay.
You wonder if Sycamore is going to try to come after this one.
Colerain has struggled with snaps. You get pretty good size. Colerain going to call a timeout. See what
Timeout,
Sycamore's going
Cardinals.
to do.
Use their last and a half.
Craig, a good athlete. Colerain thinking about a fake here of some sort? Well, if you read the huddle, the man with the headset, the coach, is talking to his punt guys. Cooper Craig, who's going to have the ball in his hand, Krieg, is not part of that huddle. He's on the outside. So you would think if you were thinking of a fake, you would be talking to your punter a little bit more.
Or he just knows. We just look. Cardinals haven't really hit. We know McAfee from warm-ups, his max is about 45 yards for your field goal. I don't know. Sycamore, they do have 4 field goals on the year, but the longest 24. So it's not the worst thing in the world here to give up a short field if you do fake it. But Creek gets it off.
It hit the player.
Sycamore, and Colerain's got it.
One thing you can't happen if you were the Sycamore Aviators is to that ball to turn over. Colerain almost, you talked about the punt throw.
Arm punt?
The arm punt, now you hit the foot pass. So almost into field goal territory.
You are at the edge of field goal range for
Colerain
McAfee.
did burn up their timeout. You only have 25 seconds left. Do you take a shot into the end zone? Do you kick it now? You've got some tall receiver
You're
and some.
trying to go to the end zone. You're not trying not to get yards.
I'm giving you options. I know what I would do. You've got some
you
tall.
take
You've
the-
got
you
some.
take it. You'd punt it again. Try to get more yardage out of them.
That's been there. No. You got a definite height mismatch up here with Myrick on the outside. I'm just running a fade into this corner. But
You can't be sacked. Burton just short.
a little bit of contact, no flag. Just kind of let him a little bit. That only burned up 5 seconds. I throw it again. I like that matchup.
Of course, Corey Myrick, yeah, he's like, I know that sophomore over there is 6'5", but I'm the senior. Throw it up to me. So you might see that same play, but with Myrick one-on-one. And it's not a bad spot to put it for Barnes. Just a little mistiming between him and Burton.
And good position to hit inside coverage there by the defensive back. They've rolled safeties to the outside a little bit more.
Barnes has it.
Middle left field's wide open. Craig!
Cooper Creek has it for a touchdown. Oh.
They rolled the safeties to the outside, and as soon as I saw that, I said, okay, we need a post route. Krieg runs a perfect route, and what a throw. What a throw by your sophomore quarterback right there, Barnes. He looks him to the outside, but he sees Krieg right away. Great shot. All right, guys, he almost dropped that. So now ever important extra point.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is good, and with 13 seconds to play, the Cardinals take advantage of an Aviators turnover off the punt, and we're all tied at 14.
We watched the replay. They double the safeties to the outside, which just left that middle post pattern just wide open. A perfect read, a nice call, even better throw.
Well, I mean, and everyone's thinking, well, they've just been throwing deep to Burton. They're going to throw deep to Myrick.
I think that not only is his first catch, that might be the first time they've thrown his way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the first week he's been playing offense.
And he should play offense every week.
And we even joked that, I think he might have played the first time he's played receiver, I should say. Receiver, tight end, H-back, whatever you want to call him. Look, we know those two kids on defense are special. Greg Williams and Cooper Cree, we know they're two special players, so use their talents as much as you can. And we've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen that.
We've seen it. One had the big rushing touchdown, one had the
And we talked about Sycamore using their running backs as linebackers. You put your playmakers in the area that they can make plays. Colerain squibbed this last time.
So we saw in the first, the defensive touchdown from Sycamore gave them the early lead, and it's not quite a defensive touchdown, but the special teams error giving the Cardinals it back.
Yeah, Sycamore anticipating the squib kick.
I mean, you almost kicked this out of bounds purposely. They'll take a squib right up the middle. Harney's going to take it. Just short of 40.
That is two squib kicks that never squibbed.
Yeah.
He got perfect hops.
But it's something like
times.
this where they have no timeouts, so you know they're not really going to do anything. Just kick it straight out of bounds past the 40-yard line. And
Give them
the 40-yard line. Heck, just kick it straight out. I know at a certain point they can say re-kick it, but I guess. But run some clock. I don't know. Cardinals have everyone back deep, and
They only have 10. No, there goes. I see the 11th one way back.
Way back there. But looks like Tudor's just going to take the snap. That'll take us to halftime. So the Aviators came out initially with a surge, but the Cardinals have matched here late in the half. It's all tied up. Colerain 14, Sycamore 14.
If I play sports for my school, I'll learn how to be part of a team.
I will have more friends. I will be active now and when I'm a grown-up.
I will learn how to work hard.
I'll have better attendance.
I'll learn how to overcome adversity. I'll be more likely to go to college. I will learn how to get along with others. If I play sports for my school.
If I play sports for my school.
If I play sports for my school.
I must learn to be a good student during school if I want to put on my uniform after school.
Our next song takes us to 1970. In June, Chicago released 25 or 6-4. Finally, we conclude our performance with the Colerain High School fight song.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
Now the Colerain Marching Band is proud to perform a competitive halftime show for this year entitled Rain. This year's show features Fire to the Rain by Adele, Here's That Rainy Day by Jimmy Van Heusen, and Umbrella by Rihanna. The marching band's first competition is tomorrow, Saturday, September 9th, at Kings High School. They perform at 3 o'clock. We hope to see you all there.
Barnes takes it, looks.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
sportsmanship, teamwork,
Teamwork.
how to work hard,
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
How to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play. And along the way, I'm learning to put the team before myself.
To put the team before myself.
How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning
to set a good example,
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
Cardinals tied to the Aviators 14-14. Got a couple other scores from around the city in GMC. Princeton on top of Fairfield 14-0 at halftime. Lakota West on top of Middletown 21-0 at halftime. Fairfield leads Lakota East 21-7, and Hamilton leads Oak Hills 10-7. Elsewhere, Moeller leads Center Grove from Indiana 21-6, and Withrow trails St. Xavier 14-3.
Yeah, issue with the Colerain stats, so we have no halftime stats. All we know is the only stat that's important right now was we do have the score. Brandon said 14-14. Sycamore had won the toss to start the game, and they deferred to the second half, so they will start with the ball.
Not necessarily. Sycamore can choose to kick off a second time. I think they have chosen to receive it, but they could have. They don't have to receive it.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Or they don't have to kick it. I haven't seen it around here, or a Colerain game. I have seen it before.
Yeah, Sycamore just had their 2 scoring plays, a pick 6 early, and then they had one just sustained drive. They worked on all the way down to a big fade route. Other than that, they've kind of been littered with a lot of penalties, a lot of holding called tonight, some formation issues. It's not a pretty game. Colerain has a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown.
Especially considering both teams with 2 turnovers. Especially considering Sycamore came into this game as the number 1 offense. And I don't know if they have 100 yards in that first half.
Well, they were 3 and out most of the time, but they did have a sustained drive where they had to turn over and then a sustained drive. So, yeah, maybe 100, 150 max. So Colerain set to kick off.
McAfee, a little pop-up. He's going to try to find some open space. Gets a bounce. Taking on the run.
I'll tell you what, they tried a little pop-up kick and they've tried the squib kick, but all 3 times, they've got the perfect hop to the routine. So Colerain Cardinal down on the play. Looks like he extended his arm trying to make that tackle. Hopefully it's just a stinger.
So ladies and gentlemen, if I can have all your attention too, please. We've just received a debit card that has been lost. It's a MasterCard.
So again, Sycamore is going to start this half just outside, about the 33-yard line.
Go Henry. So if you could come up here to the press box, and we have this here for you. Again, it's a lost wallet.
Until this takes a little bit of momentum out. It's a first time on that kickoff. We heard not just the student section making a little bit of noise, but the fans giving them a bit of support. Colerain Cardinal is up on holding his shoulder. So Sycamore again, 2 tight ends, bunch formation.
Schroeder takes it. Going to be a quick pitch, and Harney has been in the backfield.
Hit hard. Outside linebacker breaks it in, makes an initial tackle, but again, strong run by the running back. He breaks the initial contact with, he's going to lose about 2 to 3 yards, gets almost back to the line of scrimmage, just loses a half a yard.
Second down and 10, ball on the 33.
Second down and 10. They've gone a lot to the bubble screen, but not really set that up. Harvey's still in the backfield.
Schroeder takes it, play action, sets, looking to go Garrett deep, and knocked away. Flag on the play, though.
Throws into double coverage, and it's just a jump ball, but there's a flag on the play. They're going to call pass interference on that. I know it looked like one of the Colerain Cardinals that went up for the ball didn't turn and make the play, but he played the ball.
I think Myrick was clean. I think you could have called it on the corner on the outside.
But in high school, we see a good replay right here.
His arm's there early.
It's close. It's one of those you can call it and be right, and you can not call it and be right. But it is only just a 10-yard penalty in the high school level. So first down, they've got the ball at their own 43.
15-yard penalty. But still, yeah, not a spot foul. Rolling. Looking, he's got Garrett deep in the run. And a well-designed play there to get Garrett.
Well, Garrett's got size and speed, and just back-to-back plays. They just send him deep. There are two Colerain Cardinals back there, but a little too much of a gap. It's just a throw and go get.
Well, it's a well-designed play to make sure there's no safety help. Fumble the snap, and
yeah, that was kind of a fake snap. It looked like it was a fake fumble. It was a direct snap to
okay.
it was a direct snap to the running back, and the quarterback acted like it was a fumble. Colerain not fooled at all.
It wasn't even that. He just pretended like he didn't hand it off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Watching the replay.
Right here. Yeah, direct snap.
No, that one was, or the play before was. Yeah.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 15.
Roll out Schroeder. Hits his man in the flat. Forced out of bounds. Nicholas Branham. Going to get a minimal gain.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3 on that. Just a little timing route. Colerain covered up on the deep route. Had to throw it underneath. It is successful. But it's going to make it a third down and a long 7.
Third down and 8.
Sycamore brings out his tight ends for a few extra wide receivers.
We've seen this where they spread it out and then
they've
use
got
screen game underneath.
They got the running back out wide. They throw it underneath.
And just a quick little screen, a quick little hit. And I don't know. It almost looked like Drew Datillo went down before anyone touched. Like he caught it going down, trying to fall for a first down. When I think if he just catches it and runs, he can pick up the first down.
This is interesting. It's 4th down and 2.
But
Sycamore is a little undecided whether they're going to go for it or not.
It looks like they're going for it, but that was just, it wasn't that odd. That it looked like Datillo, if he just catches it and runs, he's going to get a first down, but he catches it falling down, anticipating, trying to make sure he, and the most important.
Yeah, Colerain just got to watch the ball right here. This is good. Don't want to be drawn off sides. Nope.
Quick snap. Harney
got it.
Rolling is going to be in for a touchdown.
Yeah, the diminutive running back just hides behind that offensive line and sneaks out.
And there's 2 ways to do it. Like you said, like you mentioned, you could try to fake count, get them to jump, or you could do the exact opposite and go on first kind of, I don't even know if it's first down, but just quick count them there, and that's exactly what they did. I don't think the Cardinals are really ready for it.
Yeah, usually it's the clap, look back to the coach, adjust your play. That time they went on first down. So Sycamore takes the lead with 9:24.
Kick is up. Kick is good. Sycamore 21, Colerain 14. So Sycamore quickly drives down and gets a touchdown to open the second half.
Sycamore's offense opens up when they've thrown that long pass. It opens up the run. And again, running through first contact. It's a slippery little running back. They hit him about the 4, little spin. So all the momentum Colerain took into halftime, Sycamore answers back. Now see if Colerain has an answer themselves. They've been 1 or 2 blocks away, we've seen, on all the returns tonight. Been quality returns.
Kicking off for Sycamore will be number 31, Nicholas Schnell. Back to receive for the Cardinals, number 6, Jaden Staley. Also number 21, Ryan O'Brien.
Sycamore's left-footed kicker setting up all the way on the far hash.
Now kick is away. Line drive will sail into the end zone for a touchback.
His first kick into the end zone tonight. Colerain's going to start in their deepest possession. Ball's going to be spotted on the 20.
And all the other kicks so far, he kind of put some height under it.
It almost looked like he had an extra swing to that.
And that one, he doesn't put any height and just kicks it straight. Now, there's a reason you kind of want to put some height on it, because if you don't quite clear it, then it makes it for an easy return or more space on the return. So first down from their own 20. Cardinals looking to answer the the touchdown. An extra point Sycamore had to start the half. Quick toss out. Williams finding some space down the sideline, still on his feet, spinning ahead. Across the 40, first down Cardinals.
We saw that successful in the first half, running behind that bunch formation. This time, no penetration by the outside linebackers of Sycamore. Turns on the jet, nice block by his wide receiver. Cuts inside, big gain out to the 42.
First and 10, Colerain.
Snap again, this time it was Ricardo Lofton, hits the hole. Not quite the big back that Williams is. He gets the hole and gets about 4 on the carry.
I'll take 3 on first down almost any time.
Pushed out of bounds by Aves number 25, Eugene Harney. And also
Lofton listed as 5'6", 150 pounds.
Second down and 7, ball on the 45.
Hand off middle, Lofton still on his feet, and he's going to be close. Talked about it.
Same formation, they run a counter off that, and he showed some jets when he put his foot down. Right there, he turns it up, and
First down in the Aviator territory. We talked about Harney getting lost within the crowd for Sycamore.
First and 10,
Lofton got lost there on the counter. Handoff, and this time Aviators get him in the backfield.
yeah, anticipate that snap count. They bring a middle linebacker. About a 2-yard loss.
Brought down by number 17.
Ball at midfield.
Sir Ross.
Sir Ross, the middle linebacker, with a tackle for.
So ball brought back all the way to the midfield on this. Second down and 12.
Handoff on the reverse to Myrick. He's going to try to find some space, and a good job keeping contained by Colerain, or excuse me, by Sycamore.
I like the play call. Just a better play by the defense that comes at. He's going to follow Williams up there, but the offensive line does not hold their block long enough.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter though. They did, because it got to the outside of them. There's no one to that side. They weren't fooled. So third down and 12 at midfield for the Cardinals. Barnes looking to pass under duress immediately. The flag is on the field. You've got to think this is probably holding.
Yeah, they went zero coverage again and brought that weak side linebacker.
Play brought down by the A's number 99.
Your Aviators, do you want to make it a fourth down there, or you want to fourth down a little bit farther back and make
take
them run?
the down if it's this far
Also
away.
on the tackle, Ethan Liskey. Holding Colerain.
Looks like Sycamore's going to
decline.
Decline the penalty. I mean, Cardinals lost 5 yards anyways.
Back to kick for the Cardinals. Number 10, Cooper Craig. Back deep for the A's, number 22, Gio Garrett.
Krieg to punt, Garrett to receive for the A's. And Krieg gonna get his first not great kick of the evening from him.
Not great was that's a nice way of putting it, but there's a late flag
I
flying.
think the referee
warning.
The referee did not appreciate the way the Aviators coaching staff
marked the ball for him.
But
yeah, I believe it's a sideline warning, though. Each team gets a warning before it's an official foul. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I saw the same thing you did. One of the Sycamore coaches got a little overzealous
And honestly, it's not a bad way for the referee to say, keep your mouth closed, because he could let it slide, but he did step in the path. The sideline warning comes because you have to be so far back. It's marked clearly on the sidelines where you have to be behind. And if you go up there and point to the line, well, he's going to walk it up and walk right into you.
Yeah.
Just a warning. Step back. Looking deep throw. Out of bounds.
Incomplete pass for the A's.
Looking for Elijah Hill. Well defended, but
Lawrence Young on the coverage.
I don't know if he even could catch that one inbounds.
Yeah, the play action really didn't fool. It was Lawrence Young on the coverage. Sycamore has run that play action several times and straight up, and they're not afraid to go deep. They got a couple big receivers on the outside.
They really forced everything, not forced, but they really push everything to one side. I'm surprised we haven't seen some sort of counter go back the other way. A little screen pass out to Totillo. He's going to be just about a yard or two short of the first down.
Yeah, a little 3-on-3 outside. Some of the screen passes like that, you can't initiate block before, and teams run a fine line.
3rd down and 1, ball on the 49.
3rd and 1, right short of midfield. Need a first down.
Short yardage situation. Last time Colerain was unable to stop Sycamore.
A bad snap, and Cooper Creek gets a sack or a tackle for loss. Not sure if the snap.
Yeah, the snap was low into the left and kind of turned the quarterback around, which kind of.
I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure he still makes the tackle. That doesn't make the tackle anyways for a loss, but that guaranteed it with the snap.
For the Cardinals.
This will be a good place. The Cardinals have to be ready for a fake.
And they've got to watch the ball. Watch the hard count.
Also, number 2, Corey Myrick.
I mean, if I'm the Aviators, just do what the Lions did last night against the Chiefs.
And you've got a
up man just kind of wedges
this is a short
through.
snap for a punt.
Yeah. But you have the lead. Go ahead, kick it, and touched. Staley, and that's one you can't really blame him. You don't want to let that ball freely bounce.
If he doesn't get it, it's gonna bounce another 5 to 7 yards.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Sycamore has got 3 kickoffs, squib kicks that have been perfect hit. And that one kind of bounced away. It's an oblong ball. You can't guess.
But I mean, honestly, if he lets that bounce, it's probably inside the 5. There's a chance it goes to the end zone, but probably inside the 10.
I don't think it had the momentum to get to the end zone.
So.
It'll be 1st and 10, Colerain.
They'll start at their own 10-yard line. Down a touchdown with 4:18 to play here in the 3rd.
Again, I love this matchup at the bottom of the field. Myrick.
They haven't thrown a ball his way yet.
You've got single coverage. You've got 6'2" against 5'8".
Greg Williams is going to take it. If he can get that gap, he does. Just caught from the hand. I don't think he's going to break it for a touchdown.
And you know what? That's one of those tackles. He's tackled by the ankles and almost kind of extends himself.
Number 25, Eugene Harney.
Kind of rolled up on the ankles right there. He gets up, but yeah, that one didn't feel good.
But he does get a first down. It's probably not going to break that long if he does get through that shoestring tackle, but he has at least given the Cardinals a little breathing room.
It's 1st and 10, Cardinals on the 24.
So we're going to post it up on our Twitter page, and we're going to show you a little bit later. But this game is brought to you by Waycross Community Media, all a part of what we do here at wearecolerain.com. And as I'm trying to pull it up, my phone went out. But anyway, we're going to post the replay schedule and the channels for you subscribers. But hey, there you go. If you like what you hear, like what you see, want to be part of a future broadcast, all this is done by volunteers that are trained by Waycross Community Media. A lot of our volunteers have gone on to turn this into a profession. So if you want to be behind the camera, behind the mic, or learn production, it's www.waycross.tv/volunteers. Or just call 513-825-2429. There's a couple of our camera guys up there. Talking with him earlier, there's a couple of their Northwest students helping out here at Colerain High School. And good to see neither one of them has fallen off the roof yet. There was a worry earlier. One of them has a little bit of a height problem.
Height anxiety. Probably doesn't have a problem. Not windy. We wouldn't put you in any danger. 2 receivers on either side now. Out of the injury timeout. Handoff. Lofton really nowhere to go. Oh, he's still on his feet somehow. And see, and this happened to Sycamore earlier, and they got a penalty out of it. They got to blow the whistle sooner. Even if he's still on his feet, the initial momentum is not there. Blow the whistle, end the play.
And the carry for the Cardinals, number 14.
Colerain has been completely unsuccessful running up the middle.
Tackled by a host of Aviators.
At least out of their normal spread set. Had some success with the Wildcat.
Yeah, but that's more been off tackle. To the outside than up the middle.
The touchdown was straight up the middle. Barnes takes it, looks to throw. He's under pressure immediately, and he has nowhere to go. I mean, Barnes took that snap and immediately was met.
Well, Sycamore has shown they're gonna test this decision-making ability by this young quarterback. They go zero coverage and just bring everybody, and it's just one more player. Colerain's got to recognize that. Maybe come with a quick slant, something throw underneath or behind those blitzers. Easier said than done for a young sophomore quarterback.
Myrick in motion.
And now we have a little bit of movement up front. That's going to move that ball even farther back.
The flag on the play.
Going to make a 3rd and long even longer. Back to almost where they started this drive, back to the 10-yard line.
Myrick in motion the other way this time. Takes it, set, screen back the other way, and Aviators did a good job of anticipating that underneath.
Yeah, they read that perfectly. The outside linebacker there, they brought the strong side. Weak side stayed home and was just camping on that.
On the tackle for the Aves, number 84.
Especially in that situation where it's 4th and very long. They're going to be sitting back anyways. I don't know how successful a screen is going to be necessarily against that when they're already sitting back.
Back deep for Sycamore.
So Krieg will have to punt again. Try to do a little better than last time. He's been good except for the last one tonight. And there's a good one. That will be a kick-catch interference.
Yeah, you try to make that timing there, and you got to let him catch it. And he's reminded by the Sycamore students, you cannot do that. I understand the aggressiveness, and you want to time that. There's no fair catch called, but you have to allow him to catch that. So no return on that, but I believe it's a spot foul. I'm not sure if it's 10 or 15. Or does Sycamore have the option to have him re-kick it?
You just take it 15 yards from the spot and start at the 35.
The referee's a long discussion on this. I know it's a penalty that doesn't occur that often, and you want him to get it right.
There's
I believe there's a sideline warnings on the Colerain Cardinals also on that.
No, I don't know what that was. That's the sideline warning. He does this. It was like just one arm behind his back.
Now, up here on the television, good replay. I could read his lips. Are they going to force both penalties?
Yeah, I don't think that was a sideline.
No, yeah, you might. Yeah, I think you're right. It's a kick-catch interference. Behind his back, is that a legal man downfield?
No, I don't know what it is.
So whatever it was, it turns into a 7-yard net kick. Colerain already down 1 score. Defense really needs to step up here.
I'm not sure what that penalty is, but they're both added together here against the Cardinals.
That's a 30-yard penalty.
And outside Eugene
On the carry
Harney.
for the Aviators, number 25, Eugene Harney. Brought down by Cardinals number 9, Hayden Danielson.
Could have given him 6 yards on that. Just a minute left in this third quarter.
Second down and 3, ball on the
Sycamore either way in a position here to get points. Cardinals defense got to step up big. 2nd and 3 now. Timeout Sycamore.
Yeah, play clock was running down.
It looked like they were going to get it off, but
Sycamore timeout.
High school sports fans, we've got some scores here of interest. Fourth quarter score, Princeton 17, Mason 0. St. Xavier 14, Withrow 10 in the third quarter. Hamilton 17, Oakville 7 in the third quarter. Lakota West 21, Middletown 0 in the third quarter.
So it'll be the first time out of the half.
21, Lakota East 7, third
8
quarter.
seconds remaining in the third quarter.
You said earlier, Sycamore hasn't attempted any long field goals, but been very good so far this season from short field goals in the range. So I don't expect to see anything fancy right here.
Handoff. And that's a 15-yard penalty.
I don't never see that called anymore.
He's not supposed to be able to hurdle. It's a silly rule for in high school, but it is a rule that you're not supposed to be able to hurdle unless we're saying he was just cut from underneath. Don't get me wrong. It's a silly rule. You're not. It's a 15-yard penalty for hurdling in high school football.
Yeah, they probably started that, 10 years ago, and it was ridiculous when they first made that rule.
Well, no, it's always been the rule. They just started to really emphasize it.
Well, you saw that more from the college level, the complete, not just diving over the pile, but the hurdle.
So that'll be the final play after 3 quarters of play here at Colerain High School. Sycamore 21, Colerain 14.
Thank our friends at Shock Tile and Carpet, serving our community since 1928, and they want to enhance your home. Shock sells quality tile and carpet products that will bring your home alive while also delivering a highly enjoyable and satisfying experience from sales to installation. To schedule a showroom appointment,
so first and goal will be for the Aviators. For as much as they struggled offensively in the first half,
our thanks to Shock Tile and Carpet for their support.
We've been pretty successful here in the second.
High School.
Colerain defense will have to dig deep
We'd like
here.
to welcome one of our new Platinum Cardinal sponsors. We're thrilled to have Northgate Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram as a new sponsor and partner. You can hit the gate for some white glove customer service and award-winning sales expertise. You can't go wrong. Again, our thanks to our friends at Northgate Chrysler Dodge and Jeep and Ram for their support of varsity football here at Colerain High School.
First and goal.
Yeah, Sycamore's going to spread them out. This quarterback has shown the ability to run.
They set up screen, go over the top, and it's intercepted.
Did he hold on to it?
He did. Touchback.
Yeah, they ruled an interception. I tell you what, the one thing Sycamore can't do is try to outsmart themselves. And what they did there, they went to a bubble screen, and it was completely covered, so he throws the fade.
Well, no, it was a set. There was a fake, this set a fake screen.
Kind of a hitch and go, but the gentleman that made the interception is down. I tell you what, I've watched the training table. Williams, there's a whole bunch of them just kind of banged up tonight.
You got a bunch of guys playing both ways. It's bound to happen.
And I tell you what, that looks like.
It was Young. The guy who made the interception is the one who's down.
Right, Young, and he was also the one that had the punt block, or excuse me, the punt interference. So he kind of makes up for it there. Couldn't tell.
That's kind of impressive because he comes straight down the shoulder, so you wonder if he did something to his shoulder.
But he hit his head, though, too.
But he still made the catch.
Yeah,
so
yeah. That's why I was looking for the referee.
Is it making a catch in spite of the injury? Or because he injured himself, he didn't move at all, so the ball stayed caught? Well, it doesn't matter. What matters is the young man's safety.
What matters is he made the play.
What matters is he got up. Is what matters. Yes, it's nice to me.
Okay, I see where you're going there.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, the most important thing that he's okay.
Yes.
Secondary is that he made the play.
Yes. So Cardinals with the interception in the end zone, they'll take over at their own 20.
Thank you, Sycamore offensive coordinator.
That's one of those where
you overthought yourself. If you make it, you're a genius. But
and I almost think he was there, but it was poorly thrown.
A little bit of both. So Colerain's going to take the ball at their own 20.
Bunch formation to the right. A little counter up the middle. Williams pushing forward. They get about 5 yards on the play. I mean, even on defense, Eugene Harney, he's the littlest guy in the field. He's picking a fight with the offensive line. Like, he's in the face of the offensive line. That kid is everywhere.
Well, I'm watching him in 20 also.
Chase Terrell.
Neither one of them, they're both listed at, 5'6" and 5'7", but they're playmakers.
I mean, Harney's playing linebacker.
They're both playing outside linebacker.
Well, no, Terrell's playing corner. Toss sweep again. Williams trying to find space, still on his feet, still going. He's going to be...
That's close to a first down. Depends where the ball is.
Going to give it to him right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he was stood up. I think that last little spin's going to give it to him. Yep, first down, Colerain Cardinals.
First down, Cardinals.
They've been successful with that toss behind the bunch. But I'd like to see him go back to that fake toss and the pass that he missed that last time.
Yeah, you're at kind of a catch-22 where you want to start throwing the ball, but you haven't had the protection up front.
But if you do that toss fake and get your quarterback moving, he had time.
There you go. Play action rolling. And
absolutely threw it to the wrong man.
Poor throw coming back the other way. There's a flag. I'm not sure what it is.
He threw it underneath, and he had the deep man with not even anybody within 15, 20 yards of him. The growing pains of a young quarterback, but that might be on the return.
Knocked out of bounds by Colerain, number 55, Elijah Washington.
Nick Branham with the interception.
It's a block in the back on the return, post-possession, so it's going to be a spot foul. It's going to bring him back.
Penalty, illegal use of the hands on Sycamore.
So everything is executed right. He doesn't see the deep man, doesn't see the linebacker underneath.
It'll be 1st and 10, Cardinals on the 40.
Twice that ball's been there, and twice the young quarterback has missed the receiver. Growing pains. That'll be a film lesson.
Correction, 1st and 10 A's.
Yeah, they need to correct here the down and distance. There we go.
Yeah,
unless Sycamore gets a first down for going backwards.
Yeah, they had first down and nothing. There we go. I think this might be the first week for this chain gang.
Schroeder takes it, hands it off to Harney. He's going to get it on the stretch play, finds some space down the sideline, and out of bounds. Plus, I think they're going to add some
we
yardage.
might get a face mask tag on to the end of this.
Just a well-run stretch play.
He's got such great acceleration when he turns this corner right here. Just hesitates enough, gives him his shoulder, and goes through, and Myrick gets there. That's not a face mask. You gonna call it for a late hit out of bounds? That extra push to the ground? If so, that's pretty weak. That wasn't a face mask. That wasn't a face mask.
Face mask, Cardinals. 5-yard penalty.
We got a good shot of the replay right here. It looked like he grabbed his jersey, but it did come through the face mask.
Sycamore on the 7.
Nope, was nowhere near the face mask.
Well, his head. Well,
no, his head turns because it gets stuck on the. Yeah.
1st and goal. Handoff, Harney. He is somehow still up, but finally knocked down.
Yeah, Cooper Craig got great penetration right there. Beat his man, forced him farther to the outside. But again, past initial contact. I don't think Sycamore, they got the clock. Well, it's still too early to have the clock on your side, but I don't think they're going to be throwing the ball again.
I would doubt it.
2nd
and goal from the 7. Well, no, they're going to throw it. Eventually. Maybe not in this situation. But that's what everyone's thinking, so it's a perfect time then to throw the ball. Little counterplay. Harney just splits the defense and is in for a touchdown.
On the carry for Sycamore.
Yeah, just completely untouched, straight up the middle.
And it looked like they was there. It looked like the defenders had him, but he just had enough space to hit the hole and explode through. I mean, it looks like the defenders are closing.
Point for Sycamore, number 31, Nicholas Snell.
Not really. It looked better when it.
Number 3, Drew Detillo.
So Colerain's dug themselves a hole, letting the second score to go down by 13, maybe 14 at this point.
Snap is back. Kick is, wow. As bad as the last extra point where he barely got it over.
And we got another penalty.
We've got Sycamore 28, Colerain 14.
That was an impressive extra point if there's such a thing.
There's a flag on the play.
Don't know if there was a little bit of jawing after the play right there.
No, looking. Eugene Harney.
Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike.
He didn't really point. He's got a point. Why? Who's it on? It's just, we know it's an unsportsmanlike.
Did he call him on both? Well, I have to wait till he spots the ball. By the kicker where he's placed the tee, I believe they called it against Colerain. Yep. So Sycamore will be kicking off from the Colerain 45.
And I don't see teams doing it at all, really.
Just be a great place for an onside kick.
Well, not even like a traditional onside kick, just something where you pop it up inside the 20.
Yeah. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Or do that where you bounce it, but still bounce it downfield.
Back deep for the Cardinals, number 14, Ricardo Lofton.
Or you just say kick
Just
it right.
kick it
right
out of the end zone.
I mean,
give it to him at the 20.
Or, well, that's what he's going to do. That's one of those things, if you're a professional kicker in college.
Sycamore celebrates because that ball goes through the uprights. They do not get 3 points for that at the high school level.
Or
at the college level.
You have enough.
At the pro level.
You have enough practice where you probably have in your profession, you're kicking for a living, or at least for school.
When you're doing nothing but kicking, yes. Yeah.
You might have the ability to maybe just pop it straight a little higher. Try to get a wedge shot inside the 10-yard line, but
was that short? I don't know. Doesn't matter. So 9:38 left to play. Colerain Cardinals down 14. Need to catch lightning in a bottle right now and score quickly.
They had this situation last week and just ran out of time. So first down at their own 20. And the Cardinals jump.
Play on the play.
Tell you what, Colerain lined up in that bunch formation they did before, and the referee asked them to step off the line of scrimmage, and that just kind of threw a whole deck of cards fell over right there. The outside receiver stepped back, the inside receiver took in, which caused one of the other receivers to deflect.
The referee has some issue with the way the clock is being administered, so.
I'll tell you what, he has as many flags thrown as he has Colerain has yards.
And they set up there, and Barnes, they got what you want. They want a little play
and
action.
he throws another flag. This guy's ridiculous on the south side right here. I mean, he's calling them on both sides.
So a little play action toss play. They fake it.
But it's going to be an unsportsmanlike, a little slight push after the play.
That one was at a hard.
Penalty is dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Aviators.
So they did exactly what you wanted. They did the fake toss, tried to hit the guy there, but Barnes does the smart thing and just the play fake's not there. Tuck it up, get 5 yards.
Well, that time they rolled the safety on it, him sandwiched between two.
Colerain on the 35.
They didn't have a tight end on that side, so there's only one person in the pattern. And again, we're waiting for this referee, the side judge again. I think he's thrown it so often he broke his flag.
Barnes trips to his left. Looks to throw. He's got a one-on-one and caught. But for the Sycamore
inbounds. Yep.
That's intercepted.
Well, I don't mind the one-on-one, but Sycamore is playing 2 yards deep, not letting anybody, and he just kind of overthrew his wide receiver. Really didn't give him a chance on the ball.
Number 1, Nicholas Brandon.
He overthrows him, and if that's the case, you got a 1-1. You almost want to underthrow it and let your receiver win the ball in the air. Because the receiver really had never had a shot at that play.
Yeah, that was. They said the coverage was 3 yards past the wide receiver, and the ball was 3 yards past the wide receiver. A lot of times, your wide receiver turns into a defender on a jump ball situation, but it wasn't even.
Never had a chance to even make a play on the ball. Harney up the nope, not Harney. It's Chase Terrell. And he pushes the pile. Chase Terrell running just like Harney. Tackled for a 2-yard loss. Somehow doesn't go down and spins forward.
I think at that point, too, Colerain's looking to strip the ball. No one really gets a clean. Yeah, there's a clean hit there. But, yeah, ripping at the ball. He keeps his lane churning.
2nd down and 4. Ball on 36.
Sycamore at this point, he's going to run the play clock completely down to 5 seconds.
Handoff. Chase Terrell will be about a yard short.
Chase Terrell on the carry for the Aviators. Brought down by Zane Battle Holmes for Colerain, and also
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down, about 1.5.
3rd down and 1 on the 39.
Stay with Chase Terrell, who really, even though in the roster he's gotten a lot of carries, really this is his first set of downs carrying the ball tonight. Met in the backfield, and Cooper Krieg having himself a game with another tackle for a loss.
Surprisingly, he had a little push up the middle. This time decides to go a little bit to the right to off tackle towards one of Colerain's better defenders. Yeah, both of the running backs listed at 5'7", but it looks like Terrell's got a little bit more beef to him. So short yardage situation. Plus you got a little, even though he's going both ways, probably a little bit fresher legs.
4th and 2.
So Colerain's defense does what they need to. Just stay on side, watch the hard count.
Back deep for Colerain, Jaden Staley.
Did not get the playoff. It's
down just inside the 20. That's one of those where they give him that half second.
That half second once it hit 0.
No return on the kick.
There's no sound or buzzer that makes, but yeah, it's.
Trey Meadows for Sycamore.
Unless it's completely blatant, you never seen that call.
Colerain on the 20.
6:54 to play. Cards down 2 scores.
Haven't seen much of the screen game for Colerain tonight.
We have twice. It was no gain on the one was incomplete.
And the only pass middle of the field was the touchdown to Krieg.
Spread it out, give it up the middle, and Williams, it's
fumbled.
On the carry for the Cardinals, number 8.
And recovered
Greg Williams
by the Aviators.
Looked close to his knee being down at that point, but it's really hard to tell. Goes straight up the middle, it's there. His knee's down.
It was Ricardo Lofton, not Williams.
Yeah.
The first and 10 Aviators.
So Colerain defense again asked a monumental task. Need to stop the Aviators quickly, get this ball back.
Schroeder, with Harney back in there, is going to hand it off, and he's going to try to stretch it out. He breaks one tackle, breaks another one, still on his feet, working the block to the outside. Stop, go, still on his feet. He's going to be a yard short of the end zone.
25, Eugene Harney.
You were saying earlier he does not look like the GMC leading rusher. He showed in the past couple of plays. If you don't hit him here, a great replay. He makes a little contact, but you get him, and a great stiff arm. Great following that big block down there, and then a stop and start.
But he's built like a fullback. He's not built like a little scat back. And then maybe that's to his credit why he's so elusive and hard to bring down.
Well, didn't Colerain have a fullback? What is that? Caldwell. No.
Yeah, but Caldwell was 50 pounds heavier.
Pocket Hercules back in the day.
That was Deontay Smith.
Yep.
Or Daytwan Smith more. Handoff. And
there's another flag on the play. It's going to be movement.
Flag on the play.
Illegal procedure on the Aves.
False start, Sycamore. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Repeat first and goal.
First down and 6.
So bring it down, bring it back, make it first down and 6.
Aves again continue to work that clock. And he's in.
Yep, just hides behind that offensive line, sees the cutback lane, and walks in untouched. So everything starts left, but he cuts back right, and there is no one there for the Colerain Cardinals.
And holding number 3, Drew Tillett.
So lined up for the extra point, the left-footed kicker.
Bad snap, but they get it down and through, and with 6:01 to play, Sycamore 35, Colerain 14, and
1 second in the fourth quarter.
And we've seen this really. It's kind of in the playbook of the season. The Cardinals, the defense does a good job, but at a certain point, they just get worn down. And Sycamore has been. The first half was very disappointing from them offensively. Second half, kind of as advertised.
And the offense has shown that they can't afford to make a mistake. Yeah. It's a very young team. It's a new offense, but there seems to be, I don't know. I won't say pouting's the wrong word. It's absolutely the wrong word. But if things aren't going well, they're not fighting back.
So turnovers, the story of this game. They're why Sycamore took the early lead. They're why Colerain stormed back right before halftime, and they're why Sycamore is taking control here in the second half.
2 fumbles, 3 interceptions.
2 interceptions.
Back for the Cardinals, number 14.
Pick 6, 1 in the middle of the field, 1 deep.
I forgot the one in the middle. Schnell's kick is just short of the end zone. They'll take it out. Try to get something going, and good tackle by Hill.
Yeah, and high school rules, it's where the ball crossed the line. It looked like the Colerain return man's foot was in the end zone, but it's where the ball's at. Referee right there to make the call. Actually, his foot might not have been in it.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for Colerain.
They'll just give him O'Brien at the 20-yard line. 5:55. To play. Cardinals will try to get something going here. They'll stay with the tight bunch. Now Barnes.
As the play clock runs out, Colerain's could be forced to use a timeout.
I'd like to take a moment now to thank our friends at NovaCare Rehabilitation. They're the leader in physical therapy and athletic training, and also the exclusive athletic training and physical therapy provider here at Colerain High School, and over 27 area high schools, middle schools, colleges, and professional teams. From football players to soccer moms, and from weekend warriors to working professionals, Injuries do
First
happen.
time out of the half of the
And when they
Cardinals.
do, let our friends at NovaCare's team of professionals get you back in the action. For more information, you can visit their website at www.novacare.com.
So they have that tight bunch, but now spread. Barnes takes it. Quick little screen out. Lofton going to get about 3 or 4 yards. A little bit different look with that bunch formation, spreading it out, trying to get those blockers out there.
Lofton on the carry for
Good
the
job
Cardinals.
there by Nick Branham to contain that. If not,
Sycamore,
Lofton probably had some
number 2,
space behind those blocks. 2nd and 6. Still got 4 yards out of it. Toss sweep out. Lofton going to have it again here, trying to find some space. Good close, but it will be enough for a first down.
Lofton on the carry for Colerain.
Yes, Sycamore sitting a little bit back. They'll give that short gain
On the tackle
to
for
make the
Sycamore,
stop to
number
keep
20,
that clock
Chase
running.
Terrell. And number 84, Fed Courtney.
Well blocked up front, but the weak side pursuit got there to stop the play.
1st and 10, Cardinals on the 31.
First down. I'll go quads, 2 to either side. Barnes looks to throw. He's got the quick out to O'Brien, who is lit up. And they're going to call that a
Is
fumble?
he calling that a fumble?
He is calling that a fumble.
We're watching the replay right here. The ball is thrown out and immediate contact is made. And even if his foot is out of bounds when he picks that ball up. So even if it is a fumble, he doesn't recover it in bounds.
So flag on the field.
So it goes out, he turns, makes a hit, but watch his right foot.
Can't see it from that angle.
Yep. That's close. Oh, he has possession.
Maybe.
There. His foot's out of bounds.
So Coach Huber will get a unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards at the end of the play. So again, Sycamore will start deep in Cardinal territory. O'Brien up on his own feet now, so that's good. First down, Aviators at their own 18.
On the 18.
So now Levi Simpson in at quarterback. Thomas Suggs.
Trying to throw him off. They brought the punter in on first down. Not sure. Okay, I was about to say, referee still discussing with Huber. No replay at this level. He's not going to get this overturned. Looks like we got a different running back in there as well.
That's what I said already. But Poor snap. Suggs didn't even get it. Simpson had to eat it.
Levi Simpson on the carry for Sycamore. On the tackle for the Cardinals, number 42, Brandon Smith.
Yes, Sycamore not in any hurry. They're going to use as much of the clock as possible right now. It'll be second down and 14.
Simpson back and knocked in the air. Still in the air, caught by a lineman.
Now he can be a legal receiver of that because it was tipped.
Correct.
But it was, did that go off 2 helmets? Let's see here.
So it goes off. And he
off the defensive back's helmet twice.
Well, went off the defensive back, then the receiver. The thing is, number 26, Brady Binger, if he just goes for the ball, it's 6 points for him. But he went.
And what's Sycamore throwing the ball at this point?
Either way, the reception by the lineman loses about 10 yards. It's 3rd and long. Handoff, Suggs trying to find some space.
Thomas Suggs on the carry for Sycamore.
It's going to bring it just inside the 20, 4th down and 10, maybe 11. Sycamore just run a play or they attempt a field goal, leaving the offense out there.
Now, he's looked really, really bad on field goals. He's made them all.
He's perfect
on extra points.
Yeah.
He's not perfect in the year. He's 50-50.
Okay.
But as long as 24. But that last extra point, he could have made that extra point from 45 yards.
On the 19.
Interesting that they're just going to roll
points
their
mean
offense.
nothing. Yeah, it's all about the clock.
But even if you miss it, the ball just goes to the 20-yard line. So really, he's going to hand it off to Suggs, who's going to be short of the line to gain.
Thomas Suggs
Turnover down.
for the
To me,
they gained 5 yards.
To me, though, if you're Sycamore, the outcome doesn't matter.
For the Cardinals.
Get practice with your kicker.
That's true. Yep. It's a coachable moment.
Heck, even take that situation and run your hurry kick. Say, hey, run out there real fast and get it.
Ball spotted on the 15-yard line.
So 2:23 left to play. Colerain down 21. Looks like Sycamore is going to make some wholesale changes on defense.
Again, students, we'd like to remind you, if you have not called your ride, please do so now. Because at the conclusion of tonight's game, we encourage you to please make your way to your ride immediately and exit the campus. To all students, thank you.
Looks like the defensive line is the same. They changed a few linebackers and defensive backs.
Looks like we have a freshman in the quarterback change for the Cardinals. You can't see the number. I just know the freshman in the all-white helmet. He's just going to hand it off.
Tristan Cornish on the carry.
Tristan Cornish
was that 18?
Terrell Dukes,
on the tackle for the A's.
No,
number
Trevon
54,
Smith.
Zion S.
Freshman in at quarterback.
And I believe at this point, freshmen are still undefeated.
He's going to take it here, try to find some space.
So he's going to pick up a couple yards on that. You see freshmen dressed at Colerain games usually, but it's usually playoffs toward the end of the season.
For Colerain. Tackled by a host of Aviators.
1:20 to play. He's just going to kip it. He's going to keep it to the left. And did he get enough? He's going to be just short of the first down.
Little pushing after play. Referees
Darrell Dukes
discretion not to throw a penalty right there.
Trayvon Smith on the carry for Colerain.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 1.
On the tackle for the A's, number 32, Owen Bergler.
What will probably be the last play of the game regardless here.
4th and 1, ball
Well,
on the 24.
it'll be the last play if the Cardinals get it. If not, Sycamore will come in and take a knee.
Are we going under center for the first time this season?
We've gone under center before. Handoff up the middle. That'll be a 1st down.
They do not need to run another play.
First down, Colerain from the 27.
And that'll do it here, final. For the first time since 1996, the Sycamore Aviators defeat the Colerain Cardinals 35-14. Thanks everyone for listening to Colerain Football on Waycross Community Media.
Drive carefully. Good night.